So there's been some news that would say that Lauren Branning is not returning to the square.
Max Branning. Instantly Max Branning.
Not quite. So essentially, they finally announced and they finally teased some pictures, one of which I will flash on here now. A character that's kind of been forgotten for the most part, a lot during... Well, basically, she was a character about 15 years ago. She showed up for about a week to grill Ronnie about what potentially go with Jack, and then fucked off back to Ants, I think. That is obviously Jack's disabled daughter, Penny Branning. Now, yes, that is pretty much the last time I remember seeing her was, I think it's 2007. The last time the character was on the show. And yeah, essentially 2008. She was there for a couple weeks in 2008.
How old was she? When was she born? 1998.
Something like that.
Yeah, it says there.
25 now, take away 18, 19.
2008, she would have been, in 2008, she would have been,
yeah, 10.
10.
Yeah, she would have been 10.
Yeah, so wait, why did she split up with France? Who was she living with in France?
She and the mum. But yeah, essentially... Oh, yeah, I don't show that bit anymore. But yes, essentially, the article suggests rising star Kitty Castledine will be taking over the role of Jack Branning's long-lost daughter for the first time in over 15 years, with Penny having previously lived in France with her mum, Selena Branning. There we are. I remember it, me. The potentially uncomfortable reunion between Penny, who is paralysed from the waist down, and Dad Jack will be tied into a long-awaited return of Jack to Lauren. We then talk about Kitty saying her casting in the soap will be her first TV role after she graduated from the London Academy of Music and Drama over the summer. She says, "I didn't expect to start the Eastenders journey so soon out of drama school. I can't actually believe it. My whole family are Eastenders fans, and I remember sitting on my nanny Kay's lap to tune in. And now they get to watch me in Albert Square. The inclusion of disabled talent on screen is so important to me as a wheelchair user, so I'm thrilled to be playing a character feisty and cool as Penny. She's so in the middle of the drama straight away, and I can't wait to see what she gets up to." Producer Chris Glenshaw has hinted that Penny may be a very different person from the one our viewers might remember when she turns on the screen before.
She was 10.
She was 10 years old the last time too. There's no surprise that she'll be different. She'll be feisty, she'll be lippy, that's probably how it's going to go, I'd argue. Kitty is a terrific addition to the show, and we're looking forward to seeing Penny back in the square. Obviously, they talk about the previous actress. And obviously, the news that Lauren did say that this return is a full-time return as well. So she will be there for the foreseeable, and probably Penny as well. It's always interesting, because Penny as a character, she was there for a couple months in 2008. But she quickly fucked off again.
No, because from what I'm being described, is a 10-year-old flew to England by herself, was allowed on the train or airplane, and flew into Walford, or got the train into Walford, showed up at her dad's house. A 10-year-old stood up at her dad's house and questioned him, and then just left. And no one wanted to ring child services. Like, unless
I'm sure the mum helped out somehow.
Yeah, I'm sure the mom came back, but if out of context, it was just her who showed up at 10 years old, I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, she was the smart, intelligent, and would see through some of Jack Fly's, see through bodies, like the staff that actually have shit together. She played that general role. Obviously, now being older, gonna see a lot more of personality, and obviously gonna see, how, because they can't just wreck on the fact that Jack's been going to France for years. He fucking hasn't. Jack hasn't seen his daughter in the last 15 years, I would argue. Unless they've noted any small, differences.
The only way you could say is that Jack just did a DNA test. Thought it wasn't hers, and then it turned out it was.
Yeah, I suppose it's also cool to see, as obviously Penny, when she was brought in, she was disabled from the waist down. So she was in a wheelchair last time, as she will be this time. And it's obviously nice that they have cast a they've cast an actress who is disabled, does use a wheelchair. and it's, you know, it's always good to see. It's like in Hollyoaks, there's a character called Freya Calder who they did an accident where she crashed, and obviously then she was disabled up from that point on the show. But you know, it was always a thing, you know, in fucking day-to-day life. Like, it's nice to see more and more characters with disabilities actually be given proper roles on the shows, because, you know, as much as we like to say all these shows are very progressive and very like woke, you know, they are not really the most forward thinking at casting actually disabled characters. Actually fucking, you know, like, say as much as you want, they're not exactly bringing in a new character every week.
Wasn't the last person who was disabled on the show, correct me if I'm wrong, was technically Donna? Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying disability doesn't exist on the script. It does exist, but it's always in there. Here's Derek, who's disabled.
Yes, it's always generally just one character who's affected by it. And it will be interesting to see, because one thing I've been saying for the last little while now is I have said that the Brannings need like one or two more characters to them. Like, in terms of actual adult Brannings, there really aren't that many anymore. So Matt gone, now we'll bring back Lauren and Penny. You know, Penny, who, what, like 22 or something? 25, you know? Probably gonna cause some shit. But it's gonna be exciting to see. Obviously, feisty and cool. You know, it's kind of the archetype of the character to bring in and fit the Branning character. And yeah, it's nice to see them actually bolster in the family, because there's one thing that Chris Clenchell's done well, it's making sure that these families are family, and whether they're extended or not, it's still very important, because, you know, families don't have to like each other, but the family, there's a loyalty there. And it's always been a huge part of the show, like how the Beals and the Knights have essentially done that, like Beal Fowler, like dynasty that they had back in the day. You know, the Mitchells could still do with one or two more members as well, because it's still a bit thin on the ground, I'd argue, or at least in terms of, once again, the younger characters. But well, it's still just, it's a very cool thing to see, and I look forward to it. I wish there was much more to say about this, but it's simply saying, oh god, I'm not ready for the fucking. Some people are going to be like, oh god, isn't this amazing? And, you know, or just people go, she's the worst character ever. I hate this character.
They're going to walk because they brought in a disabled character. How dare they?
She's the worst character ever. Then she's going to get her first dramatic storyline about 6 months in. She's going to be like, oh my god, I didn't know this character was so much death. Yeah, because they didn't fucking show you yet. She's a bit of a prick the whole time.
Maybe she's the one who killed Dina Christmas. It would be hard, considering Dean would be towering over a woman.
Plus, I would imagine that, let's be honest, let's imagine that Jack's not seen her in 15 years. Maybe Jack hears of the affair that she's gonna have with someone. Maybe she exposes it, you know? Maybe she, like, you know, she's got fucking... she's not gonna be, like, pro Team Jack, you know? She hasn't fucking seen her in 15 years. And... yeah, it's going to be interesting. I look forward to it. And as said before, I am an absolute Chris Clenchell stan at this point. I've been loving what he's been doing with the show, and I do genuinely trust him to bring in this character, have them serve a purpose, actually use them properly. Although it will be really disappointing if they just bring her in the show and then she does nothing, because ultimately not all characters deserve to do that, you know? Like, yeah, sure, Felix is fun for like the 3 scenes they get a month, but, you know, maybe do some fucking more with it, please.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
And also, if we are setting the scene for more Branning, we're obviously setting the scene for the big cheats to return to the square. We're setting the scenes for our man, your one, our favourite man, good old Maxie B. R. Annie. Yeah. Look at that. Say a Max Branning line.
Come here, love. Fucking chat me now, love.
Yeah. But yes, So a new Branning will be on the square, not a new face to an old name, and a character I've seen for 15 years. How will they come onto the show? Will they get a fucking fantastic welcome? I truly think so. I think it'll be an absolutely fucking great time. But I've been Ash from Watching Walford and I'm joined by Max Branning.
Hello, love. How are you doing, love? Me, Max Branning. Haven't been on the show for up to 10 years.
Exactly. Make sure to keep watching the channel and remember to subscribe for more breaking news and in general just all the content that come at you. We're having a busy next couple of months, so stay tuned, watch this space, hopefully you'll see more and more fun shit coming from us. Thank you for watching once again. Join us in the next one.